Hey, Tecan here at etrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at showing you how to install the Konig XT 12 Pro self-tensioning diamond patterned snow tire chains on our 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 2500. These are going to be on the tire size 245, 75, 17. Make sure you check the fit guide at etrailer to make sure that you're getting the right chains for your tire size. These chains are going to be effective in moderate snow and ice, and they're going to last for a long time, partially because of what they're made of. They are constructed of a manganese nickel alloy, which holds up better to rust, corrosion, and weather than a low carbon steel would. They're assisted by their diamond pattern, which helps get you more coverage on the tire without sacrificing handling on turns, things like that. And they're going to be a little bit more low profile than your ladder pattern style chains typically are, so you're not going to feel them while you're driving as much. The links themselves are pretty low profile, but they are still square links, which help get the bite that we were talking about in some of that light snow and ice. Also, these traction plates where the connections occur are going to do a good job of busting up some of that ice as well. As far as the internals of the chain go, these chains are powder coated, which is nice because they will protect not only your rims if they make contact, but your hands when you're installing them. The key differentiator of this set of chains though is the self-tensioning mechanism that's built in. So a lot of chains, when you drive on them for a while, they tend to shift out of place and you have to get out and readjust them. These are not going to have to worry about that because the self-tensioning will keep the chains in place while you're moving and bumping along things and they're shifted. The low profile on the square links that I was talking about helps make these Class S compatible, which basically means that if you do have limited wheel well clearance, it's not going to be an issue for you. They do come 2 to a set in these hard protective shell, which honestly is a really nice case, and it keeps them condensed, secure, and it keeps the weather out. It also features this hook and loop patch on the back, so if you do find a place to keep them in your car, they won't be sliding around. The installation is really straightforward, but we always recommend making sure that you try it out in your garage beforehand, just so that you know what you're doing before you find yourself stranded on the side of the road and you need to get the chains installed. The first thing we like to do is to lay the chains out flat, making sure that nothing is caught or tangled. Also, we want to make sure that this gap here in the middle is visible because that's where our tire is going to go. We want to make sure that the chains are facing the right way. We do that by looking at these hoops at the end of each set of links. We want this flat side making contact with the tread of our tires, not these hooks. It's pretty easy to tell with these chains because if you look at this self-tensioning mechanism, as long as the Konig is face down, you're probably in pretty good shape. But we'll start the whole process by sliding one set of the chains around the back side of your tire, trying to keep that gap that we established for ourselves at the beginning, and feeding the rest through on the other side. Then we'll take one of each end and each hand, wrap them up around the back side of our tire to make our first connection in the back by fitting this metal stud into this catch plate. Then we'll try our best to drape the rest of the chains around and get them as even as possible so we can make our second connection, which is just this red loose link, and fitting it into this hook. Just like that. Now we can come down to the bottom here and we'll fit this self-tensioning cable into this catch down here at the bottom. Open that flap up, get it through, and then you'll hear it click back as we get it as tight as we can before we pull out the self-tensioning hook and connect it just like that. Once you have the self-tensioning hook taken care of, make sure you install the chains on your passenger side tire as well. Roll forward and backwards a few times just to make sure that everything is locked in place where you want it, and then you're ready to go. As far as features go, Konig XT 12 Pros are some of my favorite, and if you do live in an area where you get moderate snow and ice pretty often, these are going to be a really good option for you. If you're looking for something that might be a little bit more aggressive, there are a lot of larger square link chains available here at etrailer. But as far as features go, the self-tensioning built in, diamond pattern, and just the ease of install make these a really good option. A really solid fit overall on a 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 2500.